Hey everybody, Shay here. I'm going to give something new a try. I'm going to try a manga marathon, and I just figured why not? I'm going to jump in on this because I've been buying a lot of manga. I'm getting into the hobby, of course, so I'm a little bit of a noob, but I got a lot of manga now, and I need to get through these things, so I figured let's just start trying to do some as marathons instead of the chapter delves because it's going to go a lot faster. So the series I'm going to do, as you can see by the title of the episode already, it's going to be Livingstone. Now, I have the 4 volumes. The intent is, of course, I'm not going to bring you by a page-by-page journey, but I have this camera set up just in case something comes up along the way, and I find it interesting to kind of point out and talk to. At least you know where I'm at during the journey. This is by the creator of Dead Man Wonderland. I hear everyone talking about that one, so maybe I'll give that one a check out in the future sometime. This is story by Tomohiro Miyakawa and art by Jinsei Kataoka. So let's crack this open and give this a go. Now, the first couple pages are color and glossy. There's 5 chapters in this book. Let's just see how fast this goes. This is an interesting design mechanism, putting some of this some of these color pages up front. There's a bit of a misprint error there with the white thing there. That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, chapter 1, cleaning and collection. Bring you along for the beginning because I mean it's the intro here. Oh geez, is that a blade? Hello, it's nice to meet you. You're Kendo-san, age 36, blood type A. You started working for OTA Engineering after your divorce 3 years, and now you're trying to kill yourself with a razor, right? We're here to kill you, to save you. Okay, and that is our premise. Let's go. I'll say right now, like, the art is spectacular. Like the detail, the perspectives, just the lack of detail, but the contrast that creates, a lot of that. I mean, it's really nice to look at. And I'm only a few pages in, so it's crazy because like they're saying 90% of a person's destiny is already preordained, I suppose, predefined. So you only have willpower for the other 10, the leftover 10%, I suppose, of your life. But anyways, so that's not good. 6 years is more than enough time to derail his soul's plans. So these two dudes go around to see what's up with the soul. Again, if something's maybe getting derailed or something, they come in to check things out and I guess kill them to save them. Make sure things don't go awry if things go twisted. Whoa. Wait, so the goldfish died, so when it dies, it turns into a stone? I mean, it's called Livingstone. But when everything dies, something dies, its soul turns into a stone. That's what the old guy told me. So see? Oh. So when something goes lopsided, something leaves a stone behind. Oh my gosh. So we got like a good cop, bad cop type of scenario here. You know, like, I don't think you should kill yourself. That's not a good idea. You want to just maybe give life a try? Nah, not this guy. His face is all like, nope. I say if he's ready to go, let him go. Jesus. I'm sure it's just an act, right? We'll find out. Wait a minute. Who the hell are you people? Psycholith collection and psycho. I'm reading this one, this small print, instead of, you know, this big print here. I've got hyperfocus now, you know. Look it up. Psycholith. It means soul stone. So in short, my job is to save you. No, I'm pretty sure it's to kill him. Which is it? Amano-kun. Be quiet. Don't make things any more complicated. I don't know why I'm laughing. This is terrible. This is terrible. Just look at his soul, will ya? Soul. But man, this place is filthy and it reeks. How much is the rent? Huh? 35,000 yen. So 35 is about 350 bucks. 35. That is far too cheap for a floor plan like this. I suppose we'll want to clean first. So put them. Okay. Sorry. Oh my god. Is that like some stain is actually like, it's like they're alive? What? No. Ew. Ew. No, I think no. It's definitely something. Okay, it's just a manifestation. It's just creative representation. I'm sure it's not actually a thing. Sprays them all. You can see just little tiny little faces in there. Little eyeballs. I'm sure that's not real. I don't know. This is all fantastical, so it could be. Oh, this is what we call a negative point? What this thing? Or these little beasties? You hear about them all the time, for example. Oh my god, so they are... Wait, what? A tunnel where people keep dying for some reason. Or a straight road which sees an inexplicably large number of accidents. Those are places where people's souls were shattered in unplanned accident, and those shattered souls drag other souls down with them. Plan fidelity rate 52%, just as you were dragged into this negative point. By living in this nexus of negativity, essentially, whatever happened, it decreases the fidelity rate of the soul's plan from 90 to 52, and so that's how they know that, well, you're kind of off course. That's just weird, though, because that means the future is like pre-written. They'd have to know what the future means for them to even have a fidelity rate stable at 90%. It means you have no willpower. You're just like automatons. You're in the Matrix. Oh, it's gonna go into that whole like weight of something. I don't know about 10%. There was like there's a certain amount of like there's a gram. There's like a rate or something. There's something. I remember something like this where after death you lose a certain amount of grams, and it's unexplained where those grams go. And so I think that's what they're getting at here. This is probably where this comes. This Duncan McDougal might have came from there. I'll probably talk about it here. 3 hours and 40 minutes later, the instant the patient breathed his last, the scale measured a very slight loss in weight, 3/4 of an ounce. Yeah, so according to his subsequent experiments, the average came to, oh thank you, about 30 grams. Yeah, that was weird. Apparently that is the weight of a soul, of a cycle. Pretty fucked up. It is. Cycle it. This. The stain are all cleaned up. Look inside. It's pretty crushed up. I hate like, ooh, he's unraveling to a ribbon purse thingamajig. Wee. Is he going back? Oh, he gets to see the history of these, of what that was. Sorry, Mom. Wow, this is going really dark real quick. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh God, wow. That's great art. Look at the energy on the pages where everything starts to go to hell here. The panels themselves, like, they're not on a grid, you know? They're not 90 degrees. Everything starts getting lopsided. Very intentional blocking of color, negatives and lights. Very well done there. And of course the spirally like stuff here, but the balloons themselves are all jagged. Very nice. And then boom, we're back to the real world. The stable. Oh my gosh. Oh God, wow, wow. Oh my God. Abuse and kill to cause the stains. Oh. So you're gonna die or not. Suicide is not part of your plan. So let's not do that, okay? You can try a little harder to no, I think I'll die. I mean, why not? If I die, I'll escape my lottery-sized debts. I'll escape the fact that my girl ran out on me, and I'll escape my crappy boss and crappy job. Nothing's ever gone. Not Death Bear. Oh, now we're gonna so dude, I'm picking up on this black panel thing. I'm seeing it in a couple mangas now where black panels, I suppose, represent a flashback, and I do think that if that's a legitimate convention, I like that it is actually consistent across different manga. I start picking up on these kinds of cues so that when I'm reading it, I immediately know kind of what it's doing, but it'll turn subconscious, you know. But right now I'm hyper aware of these kinds of things because I'm looking for them. Okay, so if he contributes to this negative nexus sort of thing, then it's going to perpetuate and pull someone else in. And so they are really there to, I mean, they have to stop him. But then again, it's weird, right? Because then he literally just said, you know, even a guy like me is free to choose when he dies. And I talked about it early here, where there's a loss of free will when 90% of your entire existence is already preordained. And so you got 10% of willpower, and this is the final choice. And does he have the willpower, not the willpower, but the free will to make that choice himself or not? And they are, it is a bit of a good cop, bad cop scenario here, but it's also him doing it here is going to create problems later on, I suppose, and however this whole metaphysical arrangement kicks off. So we will take appropriate measures to save your psycholith and keep it intact by taking appropriate measures to kill your present body. Okay, well, I think I get it, but I'm not sure if that's okay with you. We'll need your soul's permission, you know, like a signal to let us know you're okay with dying. Good luck in your next life. Okay, so reincarnation is supposedly potentially a thing in the mythology of this world. Is that really how this works? Okay, I like it. Whoa. So this dude, he might, well, no, they both have ribbon stuff. Are they both kind of in betweeners or something? They have access to this kind of stuff. So he pulls the soul out, the stone out. Oh, and that's it. I think that might have been it. It's a lump. Well, my job's done. Have fun taking care of the body. Jagat. 90% of the life is already decided. That is the soul's plan. When life ends according to the plan, the soul grows and moves on to its next life. When a soul strays from the plan, it shatters. Those pieces create an area of negative energy, which in turn disrupts the plans of the people in that spot. Oh, flipped. Oh, he's coming to again. What? Oh God. It's essential that we prevent the loss of souls caused by this vicious cycle. We must take custody of these souls and manage them so they can grow. And so when it is impossible to put the plans back on course, or our only chance is to discard the flesh that tethers the soul to its current life, we discard this life for the sake of the next. I wonder if that's a good thing. So he's still alive though. Huh? Who are you? Kind of out of it. This container couldn't have lasted much longer anyways. To be honest, I don't know what this thing that we call a soul is exactly, excuse me, but I'm sure that it's the soul that makes a person. Huh? See, that didn't hurt. It's all right. You've been safe. Oh, geez, thanks. Cloudy and white and taking care of the body. Good. That got super dark. I don't know how much of that I should have even shown. I might as well just summarize the last couple pages because I don't know how YouTube handles that kind of stuff, because they got super dark and super uncomfortable very quick because of the way that this story is told. It sort of presents that negative ending as a sort of boon, like they've given him the passage that he wanted. But so yeah, just it's disruptive, you know, to what you expect going into, like, not that I expected it to be light because they're talking about souls and stuff like that, and a dude, like, you know, ready to off himself. But the way it's kind of, it goes philosophical while they're doing the act, and you're like, I'm kind of, I mean, it's pretty, it's dark. I don't know if we're done yet though. Thanks for bringing it in. Not that I'm surprised. You look terrible. So one guy deals with the soul, one guy deals with the body. I'm young. What's that supposed to mean? Trip, conk, yeah, out. So we're going back to this like ball here, the goldfish stone, which I don't know if it's important or not. I mean, that some old man said that or whatever. But so Monokun kicks it, hits the dude in the head, conks him. A good one. Would you just kick at me? Nothing. But I mean, so the contact, wait, but this guy right here, what's that supposed to, oh, thanks for bringing it in. Oh, so is he the old man who said that stone was a gold? It looks like these guys didn't know. Would you kick at me? Nothing. It's just a rock. Oh, wow. I like that little callback there. More poetic than anything else. Because maybe it is. Maybe it's just a rock. But some dude called it a soul stone. The man was found decomposing 2 weeks later. The police ruled it. That's it. So these dudes go around and they kill the body to save the soul. So the soul can then, I guess, pass on. I'm going to assume there's a reincarnation kind of cycle that could happen here. It could pass on and doesn't trigger a negative nexus sort of thing. So let's go. Chapter 2. A waste of justice. Okay, so this is cool. At the beginning of chapter 2, we're going a little bit deeper into the exposition of the rules of this world. So we got the soul has a lifespan of 5,000 years. And within this time, it is continually transferred from one person to the next. Our job is to manage souls and make sure the whole process goes smoothly. It's very important. Got a little bit. So reincarnation is confirmed. Soul itself jumps. Okay, so we learned a little bit more about these characters. She says, the people deployed for our work, people like Amano-kun, aren't like you and me. They don't have souls. So they're just bodies without souls. Then how does that? Maybe this story is about that, maybe? They don't have memories from when they were human. They have something other than a soul inside of them. Okay. It's like they exist only for the work. But I guess that's probably why they don't understand human emotions. Oh, that's why he was so cold in the first chapter about the entire scenario. They interact with people in a very blunt way. I wonder, do they even realize that getting involved with people could disrupt that person's plan? So they seem sort of aware of like prior souls, not really, but that the fact that there's an influence on prior souls in them, because, you know, she says something like, how are you supposed to grow if you never get hurt? That's so mature. I bet my soul has a lot more experience than yours, Sakurai-san. So it looks like it's not explicit, it doesn't need to be known, but the fact that I guess they know that these things last for 5,000 years, that there's some sort of carryover that sort of informs the personality you also have. And especially since I'm not childish enough to take the pickles out of my burger, you're a savage. I wonder how old my soul is now. I bet it's in its adolescence or something. That's about the age when people want to stay hidden in their own shell. He's got this spray thing. Oh, he sees her. Okay, no, these things are legit. He sees the little beast, negative zone beasties, and then sprays them away with hooray, and then boop, gone, piece of cake. And then he catches the stones. Do you have any idea where you're standing? Oh, that was the whole comment about the car crash keep happening in a certain spot. So maybe there's like a negative nexus there. Terms here. Yeah, there was a smashed soul plane accident. It turned into a stain. Okay, these things are called stains. Legitimately, I thought they were like he was saying stains like because the place was dirty, it was filthy, so there were stains everywhere. No. That's what they're called, stains. The negative thingies. Yeah, they were okay. So, are those flowers for one of the memorial things? You don't need that. I mean, he's not here anymore. He's dead. Dude, the guy gets his ass kicked probably because he has no emotions, so he doesn't really know how to react around people. I just feel like there's something off with my arm. Okay, so his arm's not broken. That's great. That's what I meant by hurt. So he can't even feel pain, like physical pain. Just something's weird. Once someone's dead, there's nothing you can do about it. No matter how many flowers I give, it's too late. I see. I'm very sorry. Your little brother was right. Okay, so the little brother comes around, which is not. Soul whose plans are cut short by an unplanned accident breaks into pieces. The places that are stained by those cyclolith fragments are tainted with negative energy and attract even more unplanned accidents. Cleaning those stains is another part of our job. We work in pairs. That's the rule. But, excuse me? It's a bigger pain when your solo work turns into a fist fight. Something's not right, guy, and he's got a stain. I definitely purged the stain on the guardrail. I collected the pieces of the stone. I did everything right, but there was a stain clean. Do you know what that means? You're so dumb. It means there's another stain in that guy's range of activity. Come on, take your job seriously, big bro. Okay, so this guy dodged one stain from the accident that likely took his brother, which is what the last scene was about, but maybe something at his workplace. He was double dipping in the stains. Okay, so they're doing an investigation on where that second stain is coming from. Takes them to an apartment building. Something's gone strange. Oh, and this whole chapter opened up with that thing under a cloth, right? So there might have been a murder or something. Who's there? Okay, security guard maybe. That's unusual. Why does he have an iron pipe? Don't look like health inspectors. You here to feed the stray or something, or something like that? I can't let you do that. Oh God, no. So this guy can sense things, but that would be bad, wouldn't? For you, I mean. Who's saying that? Why is that bubble transparent like that? It happened in the last scene too, where it's when the guy was like, well, you know, I have a choice. Oops, didn't mean to blurt that out. Oh, so he was thinking thought bubble right there. So he said it. Okay, but what do you know? So he has a sort of, he can read a scene. Nothing really pops. So he's grabbing the crystals because he got the stains. Now he's grabbing the stones. We're just here to clean the stain left by someone's death. That's all. Amano-kun, you idiot. Okay, so this guy's obviously the murderer. Has done something, do anything wrong, and it takes us way back to the first page. So they did give us a setup that would theoretically take us to the oh wow, they even showed the shot of the apartment building, and then he's covering something up here, this guy, so we see the face there. So it's the callback for it's usually an act 1 to an act 3. You're gonna get what I call the mirror pattern, and then we're gonna bring it back to this guy, the apartment, this guy, and then what's under that tarp, and find out the story here. There's got to be a story, right? Or I mean, this guy is kind of the one that would. This is the guy who would end up getting killed, though. As if how I understand it. Oh God, he just got hit in the head, and his head looks like it's his neck is snapped or some crap. But he's still up because, of course, he has no soul or something. He's not normal. He's got something else keeps him going. What? Oh God, that's nasty. It doesn't hurt. So he has no feelings for real, though. No emotions or pain. I guess it's because I don't have a soul. What? Okay, so there's a lot. Whoa, halfway into the book here. What the hell are you people? It's difficult to explain, but we aren't the police or anything like that. Just give me 1 minute, please. Okay, so he's showing, okay, Amano-kun, give me the psycholith. I'm going to take a look. Okay, so they're going to go back into this memory here. He's going to see all the stuff that went down with that tarp thing. This soul's memories, and Puya, we're in here. Okay, so these aren't the memories I'm looking for. I want the memories of when he died. Hey, part-time, save that for tomorrow. It's not safe up there. It's dark. Oh, there was probably an accident at work, and then maybe a cover-up or something. Trip, boop, bop, boop, 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 boop. And now he dead. A young man. He took a wrong step. It happened up there, right? You were working low. Were you watching? No, well, yes. The truth is, I saw. But he's thinking that right now. He's not saying it. The truth is, I saw it just now. I didn't have a choice. Thanks for coming today. Yamada-san, I'm sorry. There's been an accident. Oh, really? What level? We haven't been insuring that part-timer. What? This is a problem. Who else was still at the site? Only me. Oh. Let's keep this between the two of us. Good. Insurance is my responsibility, but the construction site is yours. Takabase. Let's be realistic. You have a family, don't you? Can you cover the cost of reparation? It's all right. It happens all the time. I buried him in the mountain. Are you going to report me? No, not worth it. Our job's done here. You are only following your company's orders to cover it up. Don't about that. I mean, yes, but I think if you turn yourself in, your punishment will be light. But if you don't do anything, I doubt anyone will find out. You're not going to do anything. They're like neutral parties in all of this. They just have their tasks. They do not care how the rest of the trajectory of this goes, you know. I guess they give that 10% of free will back. No, we're not. We cannot judge between good and evil. In our world of ever-changing values, even actions done with the best of intentions might throw someone's life off track. We have one and only one tenet for our work: do not hurt the soul. But no, that's okay. I really should turn myself in. I keep trying to convince myself that I didn't do anything wrong, but I can't. Maybe it was an accident, but I was involved. A man died, and if I chose to do nothing about it. So hey, could you lend me your phone? I want to talk to my supervisor, but he's been avoiding my calls. Yeah, certainly. Prize right there. Phone, and hands it over. Got a guilt trip now on his back to debate. It's gonna end up wrong because this guy, that's probably what will end up this guy taking his own life, right? He hung up on me. Here's your phone. What are you gonna do, old man? With or without proof, this is my problem. I'm gonna turn myself in. Take this. I just recorded your conversation. I'm sorry I didn't ask first. Now he's got proof. Burn. A few days later, here it is, the phone we took in as evidence, but we don't need it. The guy confessed. When the plan falls apart, the soul is damaged. The important thing is to make sure the soul can move on to its next life. Good and evil in this life are not the issue. So it was him? That's kind of sad. Yeah, he didn't look like the type of man who would do such. It's like he said, I think I would have regretted it more if I hadn't gotten involved. I don't really know what the soul is, but I'm sure it's the soul that creates a person's thoughts and emotions, and I want to take care of those things. You ate them? Huh? Oh yeah. Oh, the pickles. Nice call back to the comment. Because that sour taste is nothing compared to the bitterness of life. Now, see here. Only an adolescent will talk about life in terms of pickles. All right. Wait. Story by Tomohiro Miyakawa, right? And so it talks about just the idea of like leaving flowers behind at a site. Like, why do people do that, right? Like, just what's the incentive for that? It's sort of like a routine just to remember like what happened at that particular place. But the idea is, so he goes into like the idea of like the stains are kind of like the memories, and what they go through is with the spray is like to erase the memories or erase the information of what happened, or the whatever that idea is. And maybe that these two characters in particular, one sees it as memories, one sees it as information, as there's a conflict of that kind of breaks down from there. So like how, like for example, however, for the people affected, the information is connected to their emotions, which makes them into memories. I think that Amano and Sakurai are always bickering because of the lack of motivation brought about by that difference between information and memories. This manga is based on a short play, and I am the playwright. So this was actually based on a play that Miyakawa wrote and then turned into a manga. Seem right, everybody? Because, I mean, interesting. Okay, chapter 3. Game start. That big storm last week brought all the mud and sand downstream, so I thought we might find something. We might find some interesting stone. Nice opening there. We might got it. It's just like we're in the children's limbo. That's a sketchy foreshadow. Oh, it's like, is it? Oh no. And then he kind of confirms there really is a children's limbo, you know. Oof. They say all the stones there are cycloliths, but, well, that was a long time ago. Who is? Now there are too many people. There aren't enough cycloliths to go around. It's a serious problem. Is this a cyclolith too? Taikaida? It's very large. You want to look inside? I'll pass. Thank you. Wimp. That's why Suzuki didn't last. Cold blood is a good thing. The stones inside folks like them are special. They're not like human stone. They're kind of like magnets. That's why cycloliths are drawn to them. Oh, that's why they're floating around. Dicky catches them out of the air. I thought that was power. So I have magnetism to blame for his behavior then? Sometimes he goes off on his own. Know what to do with it. You know, when I first saw him, I thought that might happen. You learn a little bit about him. The game. Oh, it's her dad. Okay, well, context there. Say that. See? You get this item here, and you jump 3 times here and see... How is this so hard for you? So he lost interest very quick in the Game Boy within a page. Is he mad? No, he wouldn't be. No, he wouldn't, because he has no emotions. That's the thing. He don't care. Meh. So they make their way up to the top. Talk her off the ledge, huh? Literally. It just went from so serious to like so... I gotta be careful not to set her off. Your shoe. You dropped it. Oh, you're gonna give it back to me? But I won't be needing it. I'm about to become a ghost. Hey, this doesn't move. He's on the panda. You have to put money in it, and now's not the time. I mean, come on. It was the scene was so serious, man. Excuse me. What is wrong with you people? Okay, so you don't really want to do it. Otherwise, you would have just bounced, and that's horrible. The question is, how serious about this is she? Okay, so I'm not just making. Calm down, friendly. Hey, lady, are you practicing your diving? That's concrete down there, you know. Face. Man, the art is beautiful, man. I love the art in this manga. The gray tones are great. Like the brushwork or the line work is maybe partially digital there. Text. Can't help but chuckle because it's so absurd, you know. He's joking. It was just a joke. He's trying to help you relax. You two are spoiling everything. This is my last conversation in life with you people. Now it feels like everything's leading to this was all for nothing. So you're gonna kill yourself even though your life was really great up until now? That's weird. Okay, his stomach is hurting again because it's come up 3 times now. Narratively, that's a weird pattern. It sort of got introduced as it was just a throwaway comment, and then it was brought up again, but seems sort of meaningless. And now it's happening here. I got a rule of 3s in narrative. You got to pay attention after things happen 3 times, and you're like, what was the point? Well, there's probably... Anyways, so you're giving off a really hostile vibe. Go away. Is it fun? Is it fun for you to mess with people when they're trying to die? Don't really know what fun feels like, so if you're asking me, it is what it is, I guess. Give me a break already. What do you people want? I'm gonna photograph your soul's plan. You're taking photos of this? I'm gonna kill you. Well, I got her off the ledge. Oh, good. Come over here. Been told that when someone is considering suicide, slipshod explanations will only accelerate their resolve. But if she can still get mad at people, it's proof that she's willing to live. You people, do you want to stop me or not? Do you want to die or not? I said I was gonna die. Get off that annoying panda, man. This was a silly scene, man. Anyways, she certainly is full of spirit. Plan fidelity rate 88%. Oh, come on, by 2%. You're freaking out because of 2%. Soul's remaining time 362,000 hours. That's normal. This is not in her plan, Manoku. So that means it's time to get to work. Yeah, it's to manage soul. Oh, they're showing it kind of like a Game Boy thing. Oh man. A human soul has a plan laid out for it. The plan is for the soul to grow by completing its role in its present life, then continuing on into the person's next life. But various factors can cause that plan to fall apart. We got the stain, little stain. Our job is to prevent a decrease in the number of souls. Not only is it far too soon for her to die, but her soul is enormous. How old is it? 4,000 years old? Then her life should be full of potential. So why would she end it? It's such a waste. What have you two been muttering on about? Just leave me alone already. We won't stop you from dying, but we will stop you from killing yourself. Otherwise, it'd be extra work for us. I see. So they're not going to stop a person from having killer thoughts, but they're going to take the soul before they go through with it, because they don't want the soul to get damaged, because they need to preserve the soul so it can move on to another body. What I'm saying is, if you're really serious about never putting that shoe back on and dropping out of life, then I'll take responsibility for your soul. He'll take responsibility for your body. Clean up the mess. How about that? You won't leave a single trace. The world will just think I disappeared, right? Who are you people? One of those absconding agencies? Do you need an absconding? If you're willing to die, I could kill you right now. It won't hurt at all. It's a simple process. I just need your soul's permission. My soul's... Yep, like how you took off that shoe. It'll be a ritual where you rise up from the world of this life to step upon the floor of the next. It's a literal step up. And with that, you'll renounce the time you have left in this world. That's okay with you, right? Yeah. He can't distract her soul until she truly desires death. Oh, wow, whoa, this is gonna end. Oh, there it goes. What? But that's impossible. That was the end of the chapter. Oh, it's a continuation. Okay. Chapter 4, flowchart. Why is her soul, did she really want to die? Wait a minute. Or no. Oh no. Oh God. What do you do with Sakurai? For the plans of such a large soul to fall apart like that, I was so sure it was just a passing impulse. You could live for another 41 years. There's no need for you to die. You shouldn't waste life like that. And now I'm getting a cheap pep talk? You're the ones who said you were going to kill me. If her soul keeps growing according to his plan, she'll change history. See? So they can't tell the future. Whoa. What? For real? Maybe I should get her autograph. Wait, what? No, but she gave her soul's permission. That means we can take care. But I had no idea would I actually leave her body. Is she under that much pressure? I think I'll try to find out if she wanted to kill her. He got her going back and forth. It's confusing for her. It's confusing for us. No, okay, my God. Okay, so age 28, works in accounting. Okay, so he's got to have this information on her because he took a picture of her. The soul gave a readout of her past, current, and future self? Oh my God. Well, it looks like her company owns a dorm across from her. Hold on now. How do you know my name? Are you the police? No. Just suicide watchers who happen to be passing by. They got their own website called the Central Library, and it shows us an individual's personal history, the choices that they've been presented with, and what they choose. Well, I guess it's a 90%. Okay, because if it's pre-written, I suppose that they just got to get a read of the soul, and the soul tells the entire history of that soul's life if they want to get into the fine grain of it all. Life is basically just an accumulation of choices, right? Yes, your life's choice. Oh my God, they even have a freaking, like, to the time at 8:22 in the morning. They're bringing up a metaphor I use at work. Actually, I actually use Mario to break down just challenges at work. They're talking about life, so I already know where they're going to go with this because I use it myself. But it's like life has different stages, and you obtain items just like in the games. You make choices and beat challenges. And so now he's connecting the whole why he broke the Game Boy piece there is because he doesn't have a soul. He doesn't have any life challenges to clear. Maybe like he's got a goal. There's no like end goal. Where's Bowser at the end of the level? Try crying. Her choice. Try crying. What? Wow, that's terrible. You were faking it. Don't trust me. This guy looks like what's going on here. Not really. See anything important? For now, let's just keep watching. Kind of creepy. They're watching a playback of memory of life things from a personal website. It's creepy, man. Imagine the things you might accidentally stumble upon that shit. You embezzled from our affiliates rent for a total of 80 yen, about 820,000. It's quite impressive. Thanks. It wasn't a compliment, but that's no reason to take your own life, is it? You can just pay it back over time. If I were the type of person who could do that, I wouldn't have taken them. Oh geez, I see. So she stole it. Oh wow. Okay, this smash. So is there a potential cover up here? So it's already it's like one bad thing after another. I mean, an incredible soul doing all this mess here though. Sorry, there's no way in hell. Run away with spare. Wait, then oh my God, her choices: call an ambulance, finish him off, take a shower, have a smoke. Consequence engine video game. Wait, have a smoke. What? How could you? See, everything is just such a pain. Yeah, she's pretty wrong with her. She does whatever she wants. She causes nothing but trouble for everyone around her, and then gives me attitude? I think it's crazier than that, bro. Come on, Sakurai. I get that her soul is rare, but in our line of work, isn't the next life more important than this one? Well, then who cares? This is annoying. Let's just kill her. Do you have the key to your apartment? Yes, but Please come with me. Drag her along. But his death is not fact. Okay, he's still alive. And we're going into a part 3. Okay, so we have cheat code. Still talking about video games. The level jump in Mario. Get to the warp zone. Okay, so get into the other dude. This was an accident, right? No. What do you mean this was an accident? Well, I mean, I guess he's maybe confused because it's him. Shouldn't you check his soul plan? Whoa, this is going to turn around some weird, strange way. Crazy, right? Let's see. Ichido sucks 30. This can't be right. His plan fidelity rate is 99%. He has almost 0 time left. What? So this guy was fated to die today anyways? Wow. Slipping him the sleeping drug, hitting him with an ashtray. For him, those were all the right answers. Kanzaki-san was dragged into his destiny and murdered him. But as far as we're concerned, she did this man's soul a service. What are you thinking about? His breathing stopped and his soul, there it is. He's dead. That was kind of anticlimactic. The whole dying thing. There was nothing emotional, nothing glamorous about it. Says the woman, this happened. So basically, we've made no progress with this whole ordeal. Thank you for the cliffhanger, leading to nowhere. Oh, whoa. Is he turning this around? He might be turning this around because the soul, taking the soul goes to another body, becomes something else, right? Nokun, can you do a soul blind? What? Or it's going to be something else? Some new lore to this world? You mean the thing where I put the soul back? I've never done it before. Would you like to try? You won't really get a practice run though. What? Okay. You take the soul out of her and put it back in him. What? Come on, Sakurai. What's the big deal? Okay. I'll give you a quick explanation basically. We don't want to damage your soul. In other words, we want it to carry out its plans in its entirety. But realistically speaking, you are an embezzler and a murderer. So you wouldn't want to go on living in that situation. However, if we put your soul into this man's body, then you can live a brand new life as Sakuma-san. Okay, that's messed up. I don't agree. No way. No. What are you talking about? What are you doing? What are you talking about? No, you can't just do identity swap like that. I mean, you could, but that would be silly. No, doesn't make sense. What? You want to put me in him? I don't have the nerve to put up with that bastard sweaty body. Why should I have to go through that? I don't want to do it either. Soul bind, no practice run. That's a pain in the neck. No can do. What? Oh my God. Sakurai's rage meter. Rage. Give it a rest. What is wrong with the two of you? Can't you say anything that isn't selfish and horrible? Poor guy. I mean, right, let's do this while the body is fresh. Amino-kun, are you ready? Yes. Okay, so she did agree after he basically loses his shit on them and says they're just not, how did he put it? The both of you have removed the choice of trying harder from your flowchart. You're the worst, the lowest of the low. Punch. I need to prepare myself emotionally. Too bad. I already have your soul's permission. Oh my goodness. No, I don't want to die. You will live, whether you like it or not. This feels weird and wrong. I don't. Like, it's no good. Consciousness getting sucked away. It's too big. I can't handle it. I just can't. Don't run away. Oh, the stress, the power. This is going to be the end of the volume 1, though. It's kind of a cool build up here, though. Keep it like that and put it inside Sakuma-san. Slowly, like you're putting down an egg. Carefully line the poles up with the core and sew them together, and in it goes. Oh, it went in. Okay, now it's only a question of whether or not we can revive Saku's body. But how do you explain her? You know what I mean? Like, are you crazy? Like, how do you explain her now? I mean, but that's gonna be her. How does she explain herself now? So it wasn't a dream? Unfortunately, no. Of course it wasn't. If it were a dream, be in this body, in this joke of a body. All those yoga and spa treatments, wasted. Living as the man I killed, that's worse than going to prison. I'm sorry for pushing this on you. Do you still want to die? What if I said yes? We'd kill you. Duh. I like you. You don't mince words. Hey, bring me that mirror. I've been too scared to look. I want to die. So you're just laughing crazy right now? Call us if you ever really do want to die. We'll kill you anytime. That's the one thing that gives me hope. No and I can die at any time. But I don't want you to lecture me again. I put together a file on Sakuma-san's personal history and associates. Sakuma-san's soul ended its life exactly according to its plan. From now on, it's your life. Yeah, but how about all the rest of the people around this person that know this person as the original identity, and now it's not? One of the last philosophy books I really got into, I forget what it was called, damn, it's around there somewhere, but it was about it was a thinking experiment of, like, if you were to do a brain transplant, how does that work? Because the person perceiving you doesn't perceive you as, or the identity in this case, or the soul, however you want to, because they're saying brain, but it could, let's say it's a soul transfer, and it's the same kind of concept. So perception matters. How people perceive things form the reality of whether something is real or not. So that all breaks down here. I don't see how this I don't see how this works. Suicide victim suspected of embezzling. Oh, maybe her real fate was to spend her life in prison, but in the end, she's imprisoned in a man's body. When she accepts that as her fate, then she will be free. I don't know how it works, man. I'm telling you, this person has to have family around them still, and that's eventually going to be a problem, man. They have a job, they have a life, she's not going to know the person's life. So did he get amnesia? Did something happen? He got hit in the head and he forgot who he was, or he thinks he's someone else? And maybe you can go with that. Maybe there's something like that. They're not going to tell us. They just moved on. Or maybe she comes back in one of the later episodes. Will she die again, or will she choose a new life? At any rate, I'll be writing the account of what occurred. Okay, so they're back here, and he's got the Game Boy back. I see, so he might be evolving here. That's an interesting case. How is her plan going? It's 72% on track. That's a number that can still be repaired. Really? And her life expectancy hasn't changed much either. So, yeah. Anyway, all those beep bop sounds are getting on my nerves. I beat it. Give me the next game, Sakurai. Again? Those aren't free, you know. Takeda-san, may I bill this to Livingstone? I like the place. Okay, the place is called Livingstone. Nope. So he runs Livingstone. Sakurai, next game. So now he's like defeating the next hard challenge that he was challenged to confront. Hello and good afternoon. I am Jinsei Kataoka, the manga artist for Livingstone. Thank you very much for picking up this book. Living and dying are startlingly serious things, and I feel like that's exactly what makes them so hilarious. I did laugh at strange points. Not because it was awkward, but I can't even explain it because it was very dark. It was nothing to laugh about. So, Tomohiro Nice Guy Miyakawa-san's theater trope performed this story as a play, and it had various perspectives on life and death. I found it very thought-provoking. I don't know if I'm doing a good job or if I did a good job, but I hope that, despite my lack of experience, I managed to pursue and express the humor in life and death. I mean, he actually did, because I really thought sometimes when I was chuckling, I was like, I don't know if I should be laughing here. I mean, it's uncomfortable. But it's like, but I did. I chuckled. It was the way the art was done. It was subtle and it was weird, and it was the juxtaposition between the dark humor, I guess we would call it at this point, right? Because it's like a dark theme, but it's got humor mixed in with it. It was really disorienting, but it made it all, that disorienting feeling was part of the experience. It was really strange. Also, nothing came from that stomach pain in the dude, which I really anticipated something to come from that stomach pain. Anyways, I managed to pursue and express the humor in life and death. I would like to express my utmost gratitude to those who helped with this manga, the character designer, Kasuma Kondo-kun. Okay, so it's a whole different character designer. They look cool. I mean, but it's the art style that really got me. My editor, K-san, F-san, I-san, okay? The production staff who stuck with me through my strict schedule, and Kawase-san, who designed the super awesome cover. So even the covers are done by someone different. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff here too. Translation. Takeida's favorite drinks. I love little codex kind of materials like this. These are fun. I would not have expected this from a manga. I'm also seeing the binding of this from a book design perspective. This makes me freaked out because I don't like breaking my books. But if I split this anymore, because I'm basically, that's what you're seeing. It looks flat right here, right? No. No, because I can see the glue, and I feel like this book is about to split, and it feels like a really good design overall. It feels like a paperback, to be honest. The way that it's like, except for these 2 pages, the way that it's binded together. I didn't finish my sentence. Except for these 2 pages, I don't know if it's because these ones are color and the way that they get put in here, the way the binding was glued together. I don't know why I'm assessing the book's construction here, but I'm just saying. It's very fragile. I'm going to read through this quick and see if there's anything interesting to bring you back for. Ooh, the Children's Limbo. Okay. Or Saino Kawara. I mean, I have to assume that is going to be something that could potentially come up in the series. It's only 4 manga deep, though, so we'll see. Because they caused their parents so much pain by preceding them to death. So it was like the abused kid in the first chapter. So that might be important because it's the first chapter, and I like to keep the pattern for, let's say, the 4th or something. Maybe it might come back around to this, and they're seeding the Children's Limbo because it could lead to something. We'll see. Don't spoil me, because I might only do one of these at a time, because I'll say this my bone right there is hurting from resting on the table to read like this. I've only been reading for about an hour and a half, so it's not that bad per manga, but I'm in pain. I'm in pain is what I'm saying. I need to get like a pad here. Anyways, okay, keep reading. Theoretically, once the altar is complete, they will have paid their debt, but before they can finish, a demon comes along and knocks the altar down, causing them to have to rebuild again and again. Oh, they were putting all the stones, they were stacking the stones. So it's just a little bit of lore behind that scene. They didn't have to tell us it, but they're telling us now. Thus, the term Saino Kawara has also come to refer to long and futile effort. Fortunately for the children a Buddhist deity named Jizo will rescue them from their plight, but Sakurai may not. Okay, see where that goes. Won't be needing the shoe. While this woman might simply be referring to the fact that dead people don't care much about footwear, she may also be alluding to the Japanese traditional belief that ghosts don't have feet. Therefore, giving one a shoe would be quite silly and perhaps somewhat insensitive. In Japan, so we got a absconding agency. Oh, I was confused about that line when they said it. Interesting. So in Japan, there are agencies that help people disappear without a trace. These agencies are especially helpful for women who need to get away from someone who might hurt them. Okay, I took it that way, such as a stalker, a violent husband. Yeah, okay. That's what I took. I didn't know they were called an abscondancy though. Okay, so like how you took off that shoe. Is that another? Okay, so in this scene, the woman's transition to her next life is likened to the ritual of removing one's shoes. What he is actually referring to is the custom of removing one's shoes before entering a home. Okay, yeah, a common practice in many East Asian countries. The entrance to many Japanese homes is raised higher than the entryway, so this is why Amano also calls it a step up. Oh, nice. Double meaning in alt languages. I always find that interesting, like, because, you know, translating things, I you know, in my writing, I write a lot of double meaning stuff. And I find it hard. Like, I would love to translate it to other languages, but I've been offered, but I just, how would I do it? Because I know what I'm doing with the language, and that double meaning is part of the story, because the subtext is also, it's giving some, anyways, it's just giving some more context to stuff that's going on. If things are caught as Easter egg, like, it doesn't really matter to the main story, but it's kind of just there as for people who kind of catch it. It's kind of an amusing thing to catch. But to know that this right here is translated, that's amusing to me. You know, taking a step up, because of course, you know, better station in life, right? Taking a step up in life, and but it also has other meanings, and yeah, that's amusing. Anyways, I have to call it that my marathon ended at 1 volume, but it's not going to end at this series. I'm going to do this entire series as a marathon. I'm just going to do it in parts. Here, hold on, there we go. I'm just going to do it in parts so that I can give my wrist a break and get back at this. And I'm going to try to do it over this whole weekend. And I like the theme of this. I like that there's a bit of philosophy kind of woven into the ideas going on here. It's not just about this soul stone thing. What I was talking about, like the stuff I was writing with, like having subtext and stuff like that, the thing I wrote also has something called a soul stone in it that has some properties that are kind of similar to what's going on in here. Not overall what's going on, but the idea there, the fundamental thing of like the soul having the memories and stuff like that. I just find that kind of stuff like strange but intriguing, that writers do come up with these ideas, and it's the idea of like all ideas have already been done. It's just like, how do you tweak them? How do you tell stories around them? So I'm kind of looking forward to reading this, even from that perspective. I want to see how they handled that concept and that idea. I've also got a huge love for philosophy, and I feel like a lot, and life and death, and particularly identity has been was my main focus of study back in the day, and it's something that I still continue to look into from a philosophical perspective. I just love the idea of it. They even brought up the game mind in here, the idea of like the virtual, like, I'm going to derail at this point, but the idea of like when you're playing a game, you sort of become the character you're playing, especially in first person games. And there's like essays written by philosophers about this, even like modern philosophers, about that whole transferal of the real identity into the avatar identity, and how sometimes we can't split that apart too. And then the reality when you start to, it's really weird, like when you start to then define reality by a certain language, you can kind of attribute that to the avatar in the video game and things like that, because the language itself becomes a barrier for us to split these things apart when it comes to defining identity and soul and mind and body, and what defines what, and how the different philosophies have tried to tackle that subject has been fascinating over the centuries, over the millennia. And so I'm intrigued to see where they go for the next 3 volumes, see how this scales out. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next stack of videos. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, buddy.